back, and I'm here with Brett with Blinkdom.
Blinkdom, that's right. Basically, it's a pixel wall made out of recycled water bottles. So luckily, we found the bottom of the bottle in the trash and said we should put a light through that. And then we drank a lot of water and built a wall out of it.
So tell me a little bit about what all this is doing here, because I see a bunch of awesome patterns and lights and whatnot. So what exactly is happening here?
So the main secret is we're using LEDs. Each LED has a chip in it, so it's programmable. And then that lets me tell it what color to be. And then a Raspberry Pi sends signals to each LED, and that's what gives you the animation.
Very cool, very cool. Now, for a lot of people, they may not know what a Raspberry Pi is. What is a Raspberry Pi?
Raspberry Pi is basically a microcomputer. So this is the first generation, second, and this is now we're on. This was released about 2 weeks ago. So this is a tiny $40 computer, and then it's sitting in the back that's controlling all the colors.
Now, I got a little behind the scenes, and we're going to show you a little shot of that right now. But in the back, you're controlling this by Wi-Fi, right? Your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, so there's a Wi-Fi network that's stood up so that you can send commands to it, and then that talks to the Raspberry Pi, which
and the
then
Raspberry
responds to the LEDs.
So the Raspberry Pi is behind this wall here.
Yeah.
And doing all the things, and the Wi-Fi router is connected to that, or?
Yeah, so the Wi-Fi access point connects to a switch, so there's a network running, and then I can connect an iPad to the Wi-Fi network to send the commands. So I have an iPad over here that lets me control it without having to be behind it.
Very cool, very cool. So, I mean, what made you think I want to do this cool wall deal?
Well, I've been a fan of LEDs for a long time, and so I've been playing with like the strips of solid color LEDs. So originally in the first generation, you could change the color, but the whole strip had to be the same color.
Right.
Well, eventually when they got so that each pixel could be controllable, that's when I really got interested and was ready to build a bigger structure to, I call this industrial art. So that's what we're doing.
Now, if you don't know what an LED is, it's an light emitting diode, right?
Correct.
So how does that work with the different colors? Because it's the one bulb that's showing.
Well, so inside the bulb, there's actually a surface-mounted chip, and that chip actually has three components: a red, a blue, and a green element. So when I send it the command and say, do 100% red, it's red. And if you say I want green, send it 100% green. And then if you mix them, that's how you get all the colors of the rainbow.
Cool. How do you get yellow?
Yellow is going to be red and green.
Red and green.
Yeah.
I hope that's right. It's something like that, but since you don't have an actual yellow, then you have to mix it.
Right.
Even though yellow is a primary color, you have to mix the other colors in order to get the yellow.
Get it right.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Brett, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for showing me all this. And how can they get a hold of you?
Or
know more about?
So we have a website for Blinkdom.com. You can see all the parts list, the operating manual, how it works, and there's an email address on that.
Cool. So that you can actually show people how to do that for themselves?
Yeah.
Very cool. You heard it here. I'm Vince. This is Brett. Geek Out SA.